Good day to Dr. Jackie, and I'm Hariharan Ganesan, and my metric number is 197952. And today I'll be presenting about my research proposal. The topic title is Factors that Influence the Work Engagement of Public Sector Employees During the Implementation of Work from Home Policy. So, moving on to the next part. Now I will give a brief introduction about my research topic, and I will move into the problem statement. So the first part, the COVID-19 pandemic has led a lot of challenges for global economy and the public health system. And this pandemic has led a lot to restriction on travel and temporary closure of offices and organization. And organizations need to provide workers to operate remotely following the implementation of lockdown regulation around the world. And work from home policy has been a good alternative for organization to curb the spread of of this virus. And based on a problem statement, the several problem statements has been listed out. And the first part is the work from home literature reviews indicate that much of the study has been carried out in the Western context, and there's lack of researchers has been done in Malaysia. And this context, the work from home context, is still relatively seen as a new context in our country, in employment context. And next part is literature shows that evidence of license of psychological factors and work engagement. However, research is still inadequate for supporting the role of employee resilience driver of as a driver of work engagement. The next part is about the most of the studies has related to this research has been carried out in the Western context, Western context and countries. And so we will do this research to fill in the gap that are led by the other researchers. So moving on to the next part, the research question. There's 4 research questions, and the first research question is: Does family and friends support influence the public sector employees' resilience during the implementation of work from home policy? The second research question is: Does organizational variables, facilitating conditions, poise support, and workload influence the public sector employee resilience during implementation of work from home policy? And does self-efficacy influence public sector employees' resilience during implementation of work from home policy? The last research question: Does resilience influence the public sector employees' engagement during the implementation of work from home policy? And this research question will turn into the research objective. And moving to the significance of study, this study advances conservation of resources theory by investigating the job, social, and personal resources underlying the employee resilience and the impact of resilience stimulating the job engagement amid the COVID-19 pandemic. And the second significance is like this study will contribute to the deeper understanding of employees' work engagement, especially among public sector employees in Malaysia. And this study also aimed to extend Ojo's study, extended the study done by Ojo, and by adding a new antecedent to employee resilience, which is workload, as there is a lack of study about the influence of workload towards employee resilience. Moving to our research model, this is our research model. There's 6 hypotheses, and all the hypotheses is positively related to work engagement. The theory used in our study is conservation of resources theory, and conservation of resources theory is like it's a motivation theory that explains how human behavior is shaped through the need to acquire and conserve resources that are important to survival. And it's like conservation of resources theory is relevant to understanding the potential effect of COVID-19 pandemic on work engagement, as like a lot of employees have forced to do the work from home policy. And the next part is methodology. Like the data collection part, I will use the online questionnaire survey as there's a pandemic now, so we'll use a Google form as to get the questionnaire. And I will target the 200 respondents. As from G-Power, we need around 149 respondents, but we'll collect around 200 respondents to be in the safe side. And we'll target on public sector employees, especially in Putrajaya, that who have undergone work from home and currently undergoing work from home. And data will be collected from August to October 2021. And the analysis tool will be SPSS, and there's several analyses to be done. This is the analysis: the quantitative, reliability, descriptive, frequency, and multiple regression analysis. And the measurement done will be like survey-based questionnaire and a 5-point Likert scale. And the sampling technique we use is purposive sampling technique. And that's all for my research proposal part presentation. And thank you.